got it all going on, hasn't he? You saw David Reagan there on the right-hand side of your screen. David posted a very impressive lap. He's 5th fastest at the moment with a 1:10.8. That's pretty good going.
Good, really good going, because we saw him have a couple of issues yesterday in one of the practice sessions. And, you know, we heard David talk. My 5th or 6th lap is my better lap. I've just got to get into that rhythm. So to bust off that lap just on a one-off is a good job by David Reagan.
Yeah, considering his best finish here at Watkins Glen in 4 starts has been 24th a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and back to our chase issues and what races should be in the chase. I've got a lot of stuff on Twitter here about dirt. Daytona's not dirt. These racetracks aren't. We don't race on dirt. So let's be real clear.
Whoa! Denny Hamlin's lost it.
Wow.
Into the wall.
And he was on a pole run coming out of the carousel turn 5.
Yeah, that's just that one corner in a nutshell has been Denny Hamlin's year. So close, yet so far away. I mean, they've been right there to win races. They've been right there in contention to do stuff. And remember, he's back there in the points where he's 11th or so with 1 win. So he's in that hot spot on that hot seat right there.
Now, we were watching the tracker right here. He was on the pole at this point and just gets away from him. Late exit of turn 5. He almost keeps it out of the Armcorps barrier, but unfortunately not. So this is the final lap that these drivers will make before taking the green flag tomorrow.
And it's going to be interesting to see if they can fix this thing or go to a backup car, because obviously he hit it with the right front pretty good. And as far as the lower suspension points, body panels and stuff, it's creased pretty good.
I'd be shocked, as long as NASCAR will approve it, that they don't go ahead and go to a backup car. That would be a lot of work to do between now and in the morning.
That's a pretty solid hit right there. You see the right rear stick out from under the fender a little bit.
We've seen plenty of trouble in the carousel, but normally it's on the way in or mid-corner, not on exit. That's the first major one we've seen there this weekend. Not good for Hamlin. Due to the track being cleaned up after Denny Hamlin's slap with the wall, big lose. Kind of did it good to gather it back up and almost kept it off the Armco barrier, but couldn't quite. And there is the net result.
They're looking this car over. You know, the body is the minor part here.
Yeah.
How much suspension damage to the right front? You can see them looking at the A-frames, the ball joints, everything on the right front, and then, of course, things like trailing arms in the rear. And this was coming out of turn 5. The carousel up the short chute just gets loose with him. He tries to keep it off the guardrail, but just can't quite do it, Kyle.
Yeah, and it just snapped out from under him. And
Hamlin, what do you think about what happened out there?
I committed to not giving up. It's just our car was super fast, and you know, we wrote down our notes the last 2 years that I wasn't nearly aggressive enough in qualifying. I was more content on hitting my marks and making sure it was a smooth lap, and we always qualify about 25th. So wasn't going to do that this time. I was aggressive, and obviously we got a little loose, and you see what happened. But I'm excited about how fast our car was, to be honest with you.
How bad's the car, and can you keep this car? Do you need to go to a backup?
No, we're going to keep this car. It barely touched the wall, and really the wheel wasn't out of alignment at all. So just looked like some minor body stuff, and we'll get them tomorrow.
Well, guys, if it was as fast as it was today, tomorrow, it'll be in good shape coming through the back.